Good morning. Here we are, not long after daybreak, in a little place called Corella Dam in northwest Queensland. It is the most beautiful spot. I admit I wasn't all that excited about coming here because it was a bit off the way to where we were going, but Pete was keen to come, so we did, and gosh, I'm so pleased. It's a big area, it's a huge area, and the person who owns this land has made it available to the public. How good is that? Good morning, I'm Di Riddell from Your Voice Matters and Confidence Beyond 50. Welcome to episode 14 of Your Voice Matters TV with Di. And today I just simply wanted to talk about country, peace and healing. We hear a lot about the places that you go to be healed, about the places in nature that help us in any number of ways. This is an enormous park where we are. We're on the lakeside, which you can see in my background, and then over that hill there's another area that's completely different, and it's a creek, and it's got a whole lot of other stuff. That's just an area of absolute beauty. So it's called the Clem Walton Park and Corella Dam. So I don't know who Clem was. I don't know who Clem Walton was, but whoever he was, and to make this available to the public, there's no charge. You come in. There's no facilities here. There are loos over on the creek side, but that's not what you come for. You don't come here for facilities. You come here for the peace, the relaxation and the joy of nature. There's a lot of bird life here. There's lots of pelicans, and the pelicans are out there fishing, and yesterday there was a flock of birds and a whole herd of, I don't know whether that's the right word, group of pelicans, and they were herding fish into an area and then they sprang them up for dinner. It's all point of nature. You can see there's a light breeze this morning. We're pushing on, and I'm doing the recording today to post tomorrow because we're going to be somewhere where I don't think we're going to have any service at all. So in doing the recording this morning, I can post when we're in Cloncurry where we've got coverage, and then we're heading south to McKinley where the Walkabout Hotel from Dundee, the movie Dundee. So there's lots to see. So much to see. And then after we leave back, we're back on the dinosaur trail and into Winton. So there's so much to see in our state. And people are saying, oh, well, we can't do this and we can't do this and we can't go overseas. But what about what we've got right here? And I think when people actually stop and take the time to relax, oh dear, I'm talking to myself, to relax and let nature take its course. I'm even seeing a difference in Pete because he's started on an online photography program. So he's been watching the birds and taking beautiful photos of birds in flight and on the edges. And of course, just the very minute that you want it, it's not there. But isn't that what photography is about? You know, take 300 shots to get one goodie. But we're just enjoying. We've been here for 5 nights. So it's time to pack up and move on today. But I am so thrilled, just so pleased that we came here, that we've had this time in this beautiful spot. And there's no doubt that nature is healing. I've had a busy life in that last 6 months that we were home, so I was very pleased to be able to stop. And it took me some weeks to really relax. But thinking about healing and places, I grew up in Nambour, just west of the Sunshine Coast. Lots of stuff happened in my early life, and I went away at the age of 16, never to return to Nambour, like any cocky 16-year-old. However, I did come back in 1991, and my late husband and I stayed there until he went to heaven in 2002, and I stayed on. Now, I went to a workshop and there was an Aboriginal lady there. She was one of the speakers, And she was saying that to the Aboriginals, Nambour is a place of healing. Now, after Les passed away, I faced my past, and I had a lot of self-development work. I had a lot of work to do to get myself forward, to become the woman I am today. And I was determined that I wasn't leaving Nambour until I got that sorted. And that's what I did. So to hear it from that lady about the place of healing, and I thought, that's exactly what I did. I brought it up, I faced it, I lived with it, I worked through it, and I grew from it. But while we're travelling and we've got all this beauty around us, some places are more beautiful than others, it depends what you like. But mainly the spots that we've stayed at, where there have been beautiful lakes, dams, little rivers, creeks, they're just beautiful, just beautiful. And I think a deeper level, and it might be my age, a deeper level of healing is taking place within me. And it makes me think then about some of the people that we've met. People who've been on the road now. I'm still fairly new to caravanning. This is my second longest trip. We've been away from home about 12 weeks. We've met people who've been on the road for 7 years or 10 years or 15 years. Well, that's not for me. But maybe they've been healing. Everyone's on a different journey, and respecting each of us for whatever our journey happens to be, I do believe that people who are on the road and who are travelling are healing in one way or